That's fine. Let's get going with this one. So hello everyone. To master your mind and master your future. Thank you very much for joining us. Whether you are watching now, whether you are in auditorium, or whether you are watching on replay, it's amazing to have you here. Let me introduce myself. Actually, yeah, let's go through what I'll cover first. So I'll cover a little bit about me so you know why I am speaking to you and what my background is. We'll be talking about mastering mind through your beliefs, through your values, through your boundaries, and we'll talk about how if we master these, we can master our future. It will be all very practical, so I would invite you to grab pen and paper. And even if you don't reflect right now, I would really recommend to write the questions I'll be asking you down and look at them a little bit later on, because I do like interactive sessions. I do like giving value. So you're not just listening to me, but you can actually take something amazing away from it. So we'll also get to 4 steps how to change. Uh, and it will all nicely tie up with what I'll be talking about before. Also share a few ways I can support you if you wish, but that's all at the end. So hello again, I'm Sonka Braunova. As you can tell based on my name, I'm not originally from England. I'm originally from Slovakia. It used to be Czechoslovakia for those who are not familiar where it might be. So it's Slovak Republic now. I work with professionals in engineering mainly because I myself am or still work as a mechanical design engineers, and I have been doing so for last 20 years. And through in that environment, how it changed me, consciously or subconsciously, I kind of got into the point when I thought, actually, this is not quite healthy environment for us, whether it's engineering, whether it's any other corporate. The professionals in engineering and corporate are overworked, are not looking after themselves as much as would they love to. There is a constant stress and pressure. And what it came down to for me, it was all about respect in the environment, whether it's our life or work. But what I concentrate on, it's respectful work environment. And I do this through framework which I use, whether I work with one-to-one clients or whether I speak to companies or groups of people or executives, or whether they are leaders or whether I speak to people who are actually just climbing their ladder or just happy where they are. I always approach it with the same framework, which is through value-driven strategies, honest and clear communication, learning from our behavior, and body nourishment. I know the body nourishment may seem a little bit off comparing to everything else, but trust me, it's amazingly linked. Unfortunately, it's not a topic for today, but maybe some other day, but I will try to touch on that. So a little bit more about me. So I've got 20 years in corporate. You can read that. There is also in my resources, in my stand, Zone 316, some more resources you can learn about me, and you can grab some amazing worksheets I created for you and for my clients, which you can work through. They are very helpful to do some reflections on what we will be talking about today. These are my areas of expertise. Today, I'll be concentrating on mindset mainly, but as you can tell, all these are very related. So we'll see where it takes us, but I'll try to stick into my agenda. Um, so these are the 4 pillars. As I mentioned, I always work through value-driven strategies, learning from behavior, clear and honest communication, and body nourishment. Because for me, I felt like these are the pillars which help on individual level to bring respect, whether to life at work or life after work. So before I go any further, I've mentioned respect quite a few times now. So I would like to ask you, what is your perception of respect? Either write these questions down or try to answer them straight away, or both. I can't see the chat, and I don't even know whether I've got anybody watching right now. So if you are in auditorium or at work, I still would like you to do this, because it can be quite interesting how our perception can change. And to be honest, I love shaking and changing, or kind of redirecting people's perceptions, which for me means opening people to think a little bit wider and see a little bit wider picture. So what respect means to you as an individual? If I say respect, what pops into your mind? Don't analyze it, just whatever comes to your mind first. I'll give you just a few seconds, either to write it down or answer the question. So what respect means to you? Now, I would like to think of someone you respect, you truly respect, and I would like you to write few or qualities of this person. What is it? Is it integrity? Is it honesty? Is it keeping into time? Is it they always ask about your family, they remember your grandparents' name, whatever that is for you, it doesn't matter. I would like you to write down at least 2 or 3 qualities of this person, why you respect them and what you respect about them. Now, when you've got it, I would like you to look at those qualities and have honest communication, internal communication with yourself. Do you have those qualities? Could you say that, yes, I am all about integrity. Yes, I do love remembering others' grandparents' parents' name, because I feel it's really important. Do I have these qualities I wrote down? So I believe the answer will be yes in majority of cases, because we tend to respect someone who is kind of mirroring or what we believe. And this is quite important to realize, that we many times, why I'm saying this is because when I say respect, we usually, in 99% of the time when I ask this question, people think of someone else. I respect that person, I respect that person. Hardly ever happens that actually we think of ourselves, respecting ourselves. And that's missing. And that's where that's why I'm loving this work I do, because I am bringing people to respecting themselves and starting with that. So is there any reason why you shouldn't? If you've got all these qualities you listed about person, you respect it, and you listed them because it's something you value yourself. So there is no reason why you shouldn't respect yourself. It's just we are not wired that way. We are not conditioned to think respectfully of ourselves. So that's where I start. That's where I start with you. So with that, carrying on, when it comes to respect, there is few areas I work through, and I point out. I won't be covering them all, because unfortunately I don't have a whole day and I don't think it would be sat with me here a whole day. So today I'll be concentrating on a little bit of response. I'll be concentrating on values, which is our responsibility and resilience in it, and I'll be concentrating on our beliefs, which is that inner, I like to call it shit story. It's the inner belief system, inner story we are talking about. We are telling ourselves. So let's dive in those. Beliefs, values, and response. So let's talk about them. Why are they important? Well, few things to start with. I believe you all heard a term of subconscious mind and conscious mind. Subconscious mind let's start with conscious mind, because that's our logic mind. That's our front of the brain when we are analyzing situations, when we are making decisions. That's the logic part of us. Then we've got a subconscious mind, which is everything else. Subconscious mind is actually driving 99% of what we do. And I pause there and I say it again. Subconscious mind is driving nearly 99% of what we do. Breathing, blood going around the body, heart beating, cells absorbing nutrients, everything like that, which you may have known, but also it remembers everything we've ever heard, remembers everything we've ever seen. It's all on our subconscious mind. It's very clever not to make a complete mess out of our brain. So it's giving us only information we are actually concentrating on. Now, how do we choose what we are concentrating on? Well, we are receiving so much information through today, through our lives. Obviously, more we are here in this experience, in this life, more information we are absorbing. So we have to have some kind of filtering and deleting mechanism in our mind, which is the subconscious mind, telling us what we are supposed to remember. Now, how these filters are created is usually between age 0 and 7. That's the time of our lives when everything we hear, we take as a fact. So now if any moms are listening, having children in this age or around, this is very important information, because this is where we are shaping our mindset. This is where we are shaping our subconscious mind. So if I give you an example, whether you'll relate to it or not, you may not. If you are a 60-year-old girl and somebody walks by and says, "Oh, you look a little bit chubby in those little dress, don't you?" You may have forgotten somebody said that. You may not. You may still remember it, or you may have just remembered. But that belief which you created about yourself at that moment will be with you for the rest of your life, unless someone like me comes in and helps you to reframe it. So that one situation in that age may dictate how you are responding to future events which trigger you the similar way. I hope I'm making sense, because I don't know how to get a feedback from you. So I'm trying to go slowly, and I'll repeat certain things, and I'll give you some of my life stories. For me, just to give you an example, it was, I don't remember what events there were. I just know I used to have limiting beliefs about my worth, about self-love, about self-respect. And I know now they were created sometimes when I was very little. As I said, I don't remember what the events were, but what I do remember is how they used to trigger me. So when I went to work, I worked probably for like 5 or 6 engineering companies, and some companies before. When I came to England, I used to work in hotels, but it didn't matter where I worked. There was always that one person who I thought, so mean. This person thinks I know nothing. This person thinks I'm a complete waste of space. This person is treating me like I'm on the bottom of the pile. Until one day, and I changed the jobs, and it was another one. I changed the jobs, and it was someone else who upset me. And it was going on and on and on and on and on. So who was the common dominator? Me. And it took me a few years, not until I started actually looking into these things. I started realizing that, hang on, why is it actually triggering me? And when I dug deeper, I realized that actually this person is only confirming what I'm already thinking of myself. And this is another point I would like you to let sink in. Doesn't matter how it makes you feel. If you feel any resistance to it, if you feel any even anger, whatever the emotion is, honor it, because it means something for you. You may not like me right now, and that's absolutely fine. I'm here to help you to like yourself, and that's the important bit. And actually, I do want to create feelings. I do want to highlight these feelings because that's the only way we can actually do some work on ourselves. It wasn't pretty for me either. And I remember the last time somebody actually upset me when it came to I'm not worth it, I'm not good enough at my job, or any similar thought processes. That was driving home. It's like, this is ridiculous. This is like a kindergarten. And that's exactly what it was. I remember the incident in kindergarten when I was like, I don't know, 5, when somebody said something to me that was like a disappointment or something like that. My favorite teacher. And it may have not been that event, but subconscious mind, that's what offered me. So I understood that actually this guy or any other guys or any other ladies before, they were just confirming what I was thinking about myself. So it's something I would like you to tune in, recall the incidents at work, recall incidents at home, and think about what it might be is triggering you, why this person is upsetting you. Just on other side, I had people who loved making jokes. I was like, I'm a foreigner. It didn't upset me once. Why? Because I know I am, and I don't mind. People, kids at school used to call me giraffe because I know you can't tell, but I'm quite tall. I'm 5'7" in English, nearly 5'8". So I'm quite tall. They called me giraffe. I didn't mind it. I loved it. I loved being the tallest in the class. But if someone said something about my body size or body shape, ooh, that was different. So somewhere down the line, I knew something happened which shaped my belief about myself, that I am chubby. I am bigger than everyone else. This is not how I'm supposed to look. I should be ashamed of my body. So again, you can see the difference in reaction. If you are not worried about your body and if you are in love with it, if somebody tells you something about you, you just go, and you know it will be more about them than it's about you. I hope all this makes sense. And this is not just how we see ourselves, but this is between 0 and 7. We shape our beliefs about the world, about your parents, about your aunties, about obviously yourself, as I mentioned. So these beliefs are carrying with you for the rest of your life. As I said, unless you stop them, acknowledge them, honor them, and reframe them. I'll come to it, or let's do it now while we are in it. Let's reframe some of your beliefs. So now I would like you to close your eyes or whatever you feel comfortable doing, and I would like you to recall any of these incidents. And I would like you to be honest with yourself. Again, that honest internal conversation with yourself and communication. What do I believe about myself? Is it I'm not good enough? ... It can be I'm not good enough mom. I'm not good enough wife. I'm not good enough at work. I'm not good enough engineer. It can be anything. Or you can just leave it on I'm not good enough and work on that. And as I'm implanting seeds into your subconscious minds today, and it's not manipulation or anything like that. That's how our subconscious mind works. Once you hear this, you won't be able to forget it. So now I know when anything similar happens, this you will recall this talk, and you will be able to go, oh, hang on, yeah, what would I actually believe? Why I'm not asking that guy out on date? Why I'm not applying for that position I really, really want? Why am I running crazy around for everybody else, but I'm not actually giving any time to myself? Am I not worth it? Do I feel I don't deserve it? Am I out of his league? What am I thinking? So, what is the belief? That's the first question. Feel free to take a picture of these. These are just very high level. I go deeper with my clients into it, but these are still very powerful. So I know it's just a 3 question, but with everything I'm talking about, this can be quite powerful itself. So what is your belief? Write it down. That's the best way. Now, why do I believe that? And I'm inviting you to ask in I believe that, because that's the best way to kind of dig deep into your belief system, or BS as I like to call it, because many of those are actually not true. And that's the second question. Is it true? And first instance, you may go, yeah, true, because this didn't happen, this didn't happen. But if you think about that, and if I ask you, can you think of the event when this belief was not true for you? I'm sure you'll be able to come up with plenty. So whose beliefs actually are these? Is this your parents implanted it to you? Is it something you heard? Is it something, where are they coming from? So doing this process with each belief, or the same one again, is a very, very powerful process, because then once you find the evidence, and sometimes you may need to go deep and long, very, very back in your memory to recall any events, because we are so focused on why is it true. And until you'll be finding evidence that it's true. You need to stop and dig deep and really think. But I'm sure you'll be able to find evidence that it's not always true, and concentrate on those. And those are your achievements, those are your wins. Write them down, go back to them when you feel like you can't think of anything. So I hope you wrote this down. So what is the belief? Be honest with yourself. Why do you believe that? Is it actually my belief? What happened in my life? Why do I believe that? And sit with it. The answers may not come straight away. Keep asking them. Your subconscious mind will give you the answer when it feels you're ready for it. So keep asking. And is it true? Look for evidence. It isn't. So that's belief system. Now, how the values are coming into it. It's very similar with values, actually, because based on our belief system, we act on it. And same way, like we act on our beliefs, we act on our core values. And I use the word core values because they are also something I called learned values. And they are very closely linked to our limiting beliefs, which we were just talking about. So again, this is lovely exercise to dig a little bit deep. Again, there's more into it. If you're interested, please approach me. It's no problem to go through it with you. But at least these 3 basic questions can start prompting what your core values, because what you feel and what you think it's important for you right now may be something what was important for your parents, what was important for you because once in time you didn't feel safe. So now safety and security is one of your values. Our core values are positive ones. Our core values are heartfelt. Our core values are not driven by fear. Our core values are driven by love. And that's how you can spot the difference. So if it's anything like security, whether it's financial security, whether it's the area or anything like that. Security. I have to feel secure. If it's I can't think of other one, but you've got that good example. But for me, I'll give you an example. For me, the core values are quality of life, respect, and harmony. And all these, for me, are must-haves. Now, how is it helping you to know these core values? For instance, for me, as I say, quality of life. For me, quality of life, one of the sub values of quality of life is to spend quality time with my friends, with my husband, with my family. Now, if I was to work somewhere abroad for 4 months, or if I was offered a job which would take me away from this, it can be, it can be amazing. It can be in Hawaii on the beach whole day, doing what I love, but it's only me going. So probably the first 3 months I would be, oh, this is amazing. This is job of my dreams. It's paying me. I can afford everything I want. Oh my God, this is amazing. But after those few months, I would probably went back to, oh, this is a little bit weird. And oh, why I'm not feeling happy anymore? And you start doubting yourself, like, why am I not grateful? This is amazing opportunity. And before I knew my values, I would react just like this. But because I know my core values, I know, okay, so if I took that job, or if I did take that job, and I'm starting feeling like, oh, this is not fulfilling me, something is missing, something is not quite right, I'm feeling unhappy again, and then feeling guilty for not being grateful and all going down that rabbit hole, I know, well, this is not meeting my values. I'm not seeing my family often enough. I'm away from my husband. I'm not meeting my friends. I'm not having that connection with the people I love. So there's no reason for blame. It's no reason for guilt. It's no reason for feeling like I failed or I'm ungrateful. It's simply not aligned with my values. If you are a parent, another example, and you want to pick up and drop off your kids every morning, and if you get a job which is not allowing you to do that, it doesn't matter how much they'll pay you. It'll clash with your values. So you won't probably be fully satisfied because you won't be able to do what it's really like in heart important for you. So does this make sense why the values are so important? So it removes, knowing your core values removes that kind of feeling of not having choice, feeling of being ungrateful, feeling like, you just never happy. Because when you know your core values, you can make decision. You've got a choice. Okay, this is an amazing opportunity, but no, thank you. And you know why. You've got a reason. No, sorry, I worked late hours last night and I missed out on picking my child up. I'm not doing that the same today. I'll see you tomorrow. You've got a reason. You've got really important reason why you are saying no. You've got important, let's call it argument or reason for your boss, for anyone else to say no, thank you. You don't feel unreasonable for just feeling like you're just throwing toys out of your pram, do you? So do you feel the power this gives you? The limiting beliefs, if you are aware of them, stops you reacting. And I'll get to it in a minute, a little bit more. The values are giving you choice and nicely lead to setting out your boundaries, respecting your life, respecting what's important to you, and being able to vocalize it because internally you already won that argument with your boss because it's, it's important to me and that's the bottom line. So you are starting respecting what you love. You are starting respecting what's important for you. And therefore, you can present it with respect. So you're not offending anyone because nobody can argue with that. I hope it makes sense. Now, how these, I already touched on boundaries. So how these we can bring into the future. So going back to beliefs, when it comes to a response, don't know whether you were able to make connections, so I'll clarify that. What's the importance of it? When you turn up at work and somebody will be mean to you, what we call mean or disrespectful, if it triggers you, you know, it's like, okay, why is this triggering me? There is work I can get done. There is work, internal work I can look into. So you are not going to work every day in fear that somebody will trigger you every time you see this person. And it may not happen overnight. I'm not saying that. It does require work, but you've got control over it. You choose whether you want to be triggered or not. Because if you choose not to be triggered, you know you can go away and think about it and work on that belief. What is this person confirming that I already believe about myself? So your response will be different to this person. And also, you now understand that everyone's got insecurities. Everyone's been wired, conditioned certain ways between that age 0 and 7. It's not just you. So you understand that actually it can have nothing to do with you at all. Only if it triggers you. So it's your work to do. Whatever that person said, it's hers or his work to do. Because obviously there are some insecurities about whatever the situation is. And you can respect that, you can accept that. But also, if it triggers you and if it clashes with your core values, you can come out and say, look, this is not how I would like to be talked to, because this, and this, it's disrespectful. There's no need for it. It's let's talk it through, or let's change the way we speak to each other. I understand it may be frustrating. There are some things on your mind, but that's fine. But let's not bring it to the environment. So can you see the power you have over your environment, over your response, over everything around you? And this is very short kind of space. I can tell you all the ins and outs, but I believe that you can already start building a picture of, instead of waiting for your boss to change, instead of waiting for your, I don't know who, start treating you better, instead of waiting for your line manager to ask you to go for holiday or ask you to stop working weekends. These are the ways where you can take it into your hands and really become unstoppable. And I really mean it. And because if you start being aware of your beliefs, which are stopping you to progress further, there is nothing else to stop you. And if they appear again, it's again just the same work, another level, another devil. So they may not go away fully, but you know how to spot them and you know how to deal with them. So they are not stopping you on becoming whatever you want to become. Because your belief system, or BS, is trying to keep you safe. That's all what it is, because that very first situation upset you. And our subconscious mind wants us to be happy. So it'll try to keep you safe and away from the similar situations. But now we are big girls. The world changed for us. We are okay to look after ourselves. So just thank it, honor it. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to push it away, because it means really well for you. is trying to keep you safe. So just thinking, so I'm fine. I'm big girl. I'm big Sonka now. And thank you very much. But I've got this. And just let it go. When it comes to, again, getting clear on your heartfelt values, amazing, amazing things, amazing awareness of helping you with your future, helping you not getting stuck in that on the hamster wheel, which you feel like you can never stop. So getting clear on your values really gives you power to change how people are trying to manage your life, whether it's at work or whether it's at home. It Once you do them, I hope you wrote down the questions. I can still go back to them. But once you get them, once you understand them and start honoring them and act on them, you know, it's it's life changing. So your boundaries will be just appearing without you having to try too much. Um, and also, while I'm talking about this, just let me put these back in case you didn't get them. Uh, Also, from all this, when it comes to beliefs and values, can you see where the self-respect comes in as well? Can you see how this can have impact on, for instance, what you eat, how you treat your body, how you love yourself? Uh, can you see how this is linked to why, as a women especially, we put others before us? Because how many times we were told, oh, you have to put yourself first, but it just goes completely. We are like, because it just goes completely against what we feel it's how it should be. Uh, but if you dig deeper, is it just showing the world that you are less important than everyone else? And don't get me wrong, there are situations we definitely have to put someone else first, but it's your choice, because you've chosen to, because you know that, okay, I need to put my values to side now, but actually partly it's in line with me because I do want to help people, but it becomes your choice. It it stops being a chore. It stops being something you can't stop. So I hope you wrote those values down. So what is important to me? What else is important for me? If I had all the about, what else? And if you just keep asking what else, I suggest have this play this game. Go up to, you've got at least 20, 30 words, and then put them into order and see the first 8 are your core values. Okay, so keep asking these questions until you've got, well, if you've got 15, that's great. If you can get more words, just get them down. Make sure they are all positive, and then put them into order. Uh, Even if not all of them, rank first 8, and those will be your core values, and especially the first 3. So this is how all it links to your future. Whether it's that guy you want to ask out, whether it's the job you were afraid to apply for, whether it's the house you kept looking at around the corner, which you are absolutely afraid to put deposit down because you don't know how to pay for it. Check in. Check in with your beliefs. Why is it not? Why are you stopping yourself to have something you absolutely deserve and can have? So back to these. Can you see now how it all ties up to respect, to taking responsibility for what we do, to take how we respond, how we can build resilience because we can start building boundaries, how we can learn from our experience and emotions, how our subconscious mind and inner story link into our life, and what role it plays in our life. Again, word it subconscious mind kind of is there 90%, 99% of the time. Whatever we do, it's covered 90% of the time by subconscious mind. Can you see how we can change perception about others' behavior, about our behavior? Can you see how projection on others, on our kids, on our other halves of our world can be a little bit disrespectful, maybe can be a little bit misunderstood, because everybody's got a different story. And projection and judgment, those are lovely things to kind of tune in and work through beliefs and values. And setting up priorities or values, I call them interchangeably, how important they are to bring that respect for ourselves in the first place. Eating to thrive and energy, again, it's definitely massive part of it for some other day. And can you see how connection, communication can bring people actually together, can create better environment, whether it's at work, whether it's at home. So connecting with ourselves, communicating with ourselves first, and then try to understand others first before understand ourselves, then try to understand others before we kind of demand from them to be understood. So that's important part, and really can bring clarity into the relationships, internal relationships and external relationships. Crystal ball, I love that. It's just briefly how it all comes to it, how the crystal ball comes to it, because when we've got these limiting beliefs, when we thought, oh, I'm not good enough, oh, this person must think it didn't include me in the meeting because he thinks I'm completely useless, so I don't even have to be there. But actually, we don't know. There's no proof this is true. So we are mind reading. So maybe if we go to a person, and I'm sure most of the time is the case, oh, sorry, I missed you out. I'm so sorry. And the person will be very checking every email every time to make sure we are on it. Or if our husband is not kind of on the phone or not very responsive the evening, and we go, oh my God, what have I done? Did I put on weight? And again, am I not attractive or something? Crystal ball, ladies, crystal ball, and gentlemen. So communication, connection, very important, because we can create such a stories in our minds, and it can take us ways which, we can't even imagine. Triggers and tantrums, I spoke about how they are connected to our beliefs, to our values. So I don't think there's anything what needs adding. Just a reminder of the pillars, and at last, to the 4 steps to change. Very simple. And again, I invite you to take a picture of this or write them down. Make the decision to change. And I mean it. You make the decision, not like, yeah, okay, she said, yeah, maybe tomorrow. That's not the decision. The decision is something it's not negotiable. It's something, if you want that job, you'll prepare for it, for that interview. If you want to get pregnant, you do everything you can to get pregnant. If I want to go and enjoy the job I'm doing because I know I can do it, I'll do everything internally I can to be the best person I can be internally. So I clear my mindset, and I really want it, because I had enough getting upset by other people. I had enough of not going for things I know I love just because I'm afraid that I'm not good enough for them. Okay, so all these, accept responsibility for your response. So I was talking about people being kind of disrespectful to us, but in all honesty, we all are sometimes reacting to others the way which we don't want others to speak to us. Or we get upset again and again and again, and it will happen. As I said, this transition takes some work. So accept responsibility for it. Don't blame the others. It's your response. It's your choice. And it may not be comfortable to start with, but more you do it, more powerful, or you'll see it will get, and easier it'll get. Get curious about your response rather than angry about your response. So even if you respond the way, you end up crying on a toilet again or whatever that is, don't be harsh on yourself. Be curious. What else is there I need to deal with? Or am I just tired? Don't go to depth of it. Just honest. Am I just tired? Do I need to slow down? Do I need to ask someone for help? Whatever that is. The answers are within. Just keep asking questions and choose again. You can go and say to that person, you know what, I probably have got too much on. I overreacted, or I reacted this way. That's not the way I want to react to people. I'm sorry. Coffee? So we can choose again. It's not end of the world. Nobody died. So we are just human. And today it's you. The other day it will be the other person. So again, respect for yourself and for others. So make a decision, take the responsibility, get curious, and choose again. 4 steps to change anything, really, anything. But for mindset, these are really, really powerful. So, what did you decide today? What are you declaring for yourself? Write it down, have it framed. I'm missing a space between what and are, but that's okay. I'll correct it after. And so, yeah, what is your decision? What are you deciding today? What did you have enough of? What you don't want happening in your life? Where are you going full in? Pick one, stick to it, work on it. Uh, Declare for yourself whatever that is, whatever you love to do, even if it's as simple, but this is very powerful. I am enough. I am enough. It doesn't have to be any more than that. And it's so powerful. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. If there are any questions before you go, this is obviously there are people in auditorium, and so probably the best is to drop me an email. Here are my my handles. There is my email address. So drop me a message, drop me an email if you've got any questions, if you would like to connect with me. This is the way I work. So I do have a one-to-one. I do have group coaching. So but what you've seen is basically what I do with everyone. So there's no surprises, or I'm just happy to kind of answer your questions. So don't be afraid that I'll just ask you to work with me. I can't work with everyone, so, and not everyone is ready for it. So whatever your level of readiness is, drop me a message. I'm happy to have a conversation with you. I hope you enjoyed it. I would appreciate your feedback. What resonated with you? What triggered you? What you felt a little bit resistance about? And at the end, what is respect for you after this presentation? What does respectful mean to you? I hope you'll be on the top of the list after this. So that's me. That's all done. Thank you very much for listening, whether live or on replay. It's been absolutely pleasure to be here on this conference. Thank you very much to Women's Business Club, Angela and her team for organizing it. I'm absolutely impressed with the platform. It's brilliant. Thank you very much.